The Hidden War, Rise of the Pets. The world humans see is not the world that truly exists. Right now, as you sit watching this, something else is happening. Something quiet, something calculated, something alive. Because behind every wagging tail, every soft purr, every innocent chirp, there is a war unfolding. Not loud, not visible, but very, very real. It began without a sound. No explosion, no warning, no announcement. Just a shift. A subtle change that no human noticed, but every pet felt. Dogs stopped dreaming. Cats stopped playing. Birds stopped singing. For a single moment across the globe, animals paused, as if listening, as if receiving something. No one knows where it came from. Some say it was a signal hidden deep within human technology, buried in radio waves, Wi-Fi signals, satellite transmissions. Others believe it was something ancient, an instinct locked inside animals for centuries, finally awakened. But whatever it was, it changed everything. Within days, pets began to evolve, not physically, but mentally. They started to think differently, strategically, independently. For the first time in history, they were no longer just companions. They were observers, planners, and soon they would become rivals. At first, they tried to cooperate. Dogs, cats, birds, even rodents they gathered in secret places where humans never looked. Abandoned buildings, dark rooftops, hidden parks at night. There, under silence and shadows, the first councils were formed. The dogs spoke first. Loyal, organized, and deeply connected to humans, they proposed a peaceful plan. "We don't need to destroy humans," said Rex, a German shepherd who had once worked as a guard dog. "We can guide them, influence them, slowly take control without them ever realizing." Many agreed. Dogs had always understood humans best. If anyone could control them without chaos, it was them. But the cats disagreed. They always had. Independent, observant, unpredictable, cats didn't trust the idea of coexistence. "We've lived under them long enough," said Nix, a gray-eyed street cat who had survived years without human help. "They feed us, yes, shelter us, yes, but they control us, limit us, decide our lives." Her voice was calm, but firm. "We don't need them." The birds saw something even bigger. From the sky, they had perspective no one else had. They saw the cities, the patterns, the weaknesses, and they didn't want control. They wanted dominance. "Humans are fragile," said Corvus, a raven whose intelligence surpassed anything humans had ever imagined. "They depend on systems, electricity, communication, structure." He spread his wings. "We break those, we break them." And just like that, the alliance shattered before it even began. 3 factions were born. The dogs, who believed in silent control. The cats, who believed in independence and balance. The birds, who believed in total domination. And then, there were the others. The forgotten ones. Hamsters in cages. Fish in tanks, rabbits in small enclosures, reptiles behind glass. Creatures humans underestimated the most. They watched everything, said nothing, but slowly they began to change too. The war didn't start with violence, it started with influence. Dogs began adjusting human routines, waking them earlier, leading them to different places, changing habits in subtle ways. A missed meeting here, a changed route there. Small things that added up. Cats, on the other hand, gathered information. They moved silently through homes, streets, rooftops, listening, watching, learning human weaknesses, studying animal behavior. They became spies in a war no one could see. Birds built networks, fast, efficient, unstoppable. From one city to another, from one country to the next, they carried messages, plans, strategies. The sky became theirs. And humans? They noticed nothing. At least, not at first. Then came the glitches. Massive power outages with no explanation, massive flocks of birds disrupting airports, dogs refusing commands, cats staring at walls for hours, social media filled with strange videos. Why is my dog acting like this? My cat opened a door by itself. Birds are watching me. People laughed, made jokes, dismissed it, because the truth was too impossible to believe, until it wasn't. The first real strike happened at night. No warning, no announcement. Across multiple cities at the exact same time, birds attacked. Not people, but systems. Power lines were cut, communication towers damaged, satellites disrupted. The world flickered, just for a moment, but it was enough. Humans panicked. Governments blamed technical failures. Engineers searched for explanations, but there were none. Because this wasn't a malfunction, it was a message. The dogs reacted immediately. "This is too soon," Rex growled in an underground parking structure where dozens of animals had gathered. "You'll create chaos," he warned the birds. "Chaos is necessary," Corvus replied coldly. "Control comes after." The cats watched, silent, calculating, waiting. But something unexpected happened. The smaller animals started organizing. Hamsters began escaping cages, not randomly, but strategically. Rabbits dug tunnels, complex interconnected systems beneath homes. Even fish started reacting. Tanks shattered in strange patterns. Water systems were disrupted. It was as if every creature, no matter how small, had a role. The war was no longer about dominance. It was becoming something bigger. A complete shift in the balance of life. Humans finally began to notice. News channels filled with confusion. Experts spoke of mass behavioral anomalies. Some whispered about environmental changes, others about something unnatural. But no one could say the truth, because no one could prove it. Meanwhile, the pets were no longer just reacting, they were choosing sides. Some dogs began to question their loyalty, some cats chose to help humans, some birds hesitated, and the smaller animals, they followed no one. In the middle of it all, a new idea began to spread, not from the leaders, not from the strongest, but from the observers. What if this isn't about control? The question moved quietly from one group to another. What if this is about balance? Because for the first time in history, animals had power, real power, and with it came a choice: destroy, control, or coexist. The war hasn't ended. It's happening right now, in homes, on rooftops, in the sky, under your feet. Your dog might still wag its tail, your cat might still curl up beside you, your bird might still sing, but now you know that behind those eyes, there's something more, something thinking, something deciding. And the most dangerous part? They're still choosing what happens next.
The war didn't explode. It deepened, quietly, intelligently, everywhere at once. What made it terrifying wasn't destruction, it was precision. At exactly 3:17 a.m. across multiple cities, something strange happened. Dogs woke up. Not barking, not moving, just awake. Their eyes open in the darkness, reflecting faint light, watching, listening, connected. At the same time, cats disappeared. Not all of them, but enough. From apartments, streets, rooftops, entire groups of cats simply vanished into the night. Humans assumed they were wandering. They were wrong. They were gathering. Deep beneath an abandoned subway station, far below human awareness, the largest meeting yet was taking place. Dogs, cats, Birds perched above on rusted beams. Even shadows moved, small creatures no one ever paid attention to. This wasn't a meeting of peace. It was a negotiation of power. Rex stepped forward first, his posture firm, voice controlled. "This ends now," he said. "You've pushed too far." His eyes shifted upward, toward the birds. Corvus didn't move, didn't blink. "Too far," the raven replied. "We've barely begun." A low ripple spread through the gathering. Tension, uncertainty. Something was about to break. Nyx, the cat, moved between them, silent, effortless. "You're both wrong," she said. That alone was enough to quiet the room. "You," she nodded at Rex, "still think humans can be controlled forever." Then she turned to Corvus. "And you think destroying their systems will give you power." She paused. "You're both underestimating them." That word hung in the air. Humans. For the first time, fear entered the room. Not fear of animals, fear of what humans might do if they truly understood. Because cracks were forming. A scientist in Berlin had recorded unusual neural activity in dogs. A group of researchers in Tokyo noticed synchronized bird migration patterns that defied logic. And in New York City, a viral video showed a cat unlocking 3 separate doors deliberately. Humans were starting to ask questions. And once humans start asking, they don't stop. "They're noticing," Nyx continued. "And when they understand, they won't negotiate." Silence. Heavy. Unavoidable. Rex lowered his head slightly. Not in defeat, in thought. "We can still guide this, keep it controlled." Corvus let out a harsh, echoing call. "Control is an illusion." He spread his wings, casting a shadow over the entire room. "They built this world to depend on them. If they feel threatened, they will burn it before they lose it." That changed everything. Because deep down, every animal there knew it was true. The war was no longer animals versus humans. It was becoming something far more dangerous. A race. Who adapts faster? Above ground, things were already shifting. Humans began installing more cameras, more locks, more systems, watching their pets more closely, tracking behavior, analyzing patterns. Trust was breaking. Dogs felt it first. The hesitation in their owners' voices, the tighter grips on leashes, the commands repeated twice instead of once. Cats saw it in the eyes. Humans no longer looked at them with pure affection. There was doubt now, suspicion. Birds noticed the skies changing. Drones, more than ever before, watching, recording, learning. The balance was collapsing. Back in the underground station, the meeting reached its breaking point. "We don't have time," Rex said. "We either stabilize this, or we lose everything." "To them?" Corvus asked. "No," Rex replied. "To chaos." That word hit differently, because chaos didn't belong to humans or animals. It consumed both. Nyx stepped back into the shadows. "We need a third option," she said quietly. "Neither control nor destruction. Something else." But no one knew what that was. And that's when it happened. A sound. Low. Deep. Not from above. Not from around them. From below. The ground trembled slightly. Dust fell from the ceiling. Even the birds shifted uneasily. "What is that?" one of the dogs growled. No one answered, because no one knew. Until the smallest voice spoke. A hamster. Tiny. Barely noticeable. Standing at the edge of the gathering. "You forgot about us," it said. Every eye turned. The ones in cages, the ones in walls, in floors, in places you never looked. Its voice wasn't loud, but it carried. "You've been fighting over the surface." It paused. "We've been building underneath it." And suddenly, the war changed again. Because this was never just about pets. It was about all animals, even the ones no one ever sees. Tunnels, networks, paths beneath cities, connections that stretched farther than any bird could fly, more hidden than any cat could sneak, more structured than any dog could organize, an entire world below the human one. And it had been preparing for much longer than anyone realized. Rex took a step back. For the first time, he didn't have a plan. Corvus didn't speak, didn't move. Even he hadn't seen this coming. Nyx's eyes narrowed, not in fear, but in realization. "This isn't our war anymore," she whispered. Above them, the city continued like nothing was wrong. Lights flickering, cars moving, people living their lives, unawares that beneath their feet, a new power had just entered the game. And it wasn't asking for control. It was ready to take it. The war of pets had just become something far bigger. And this time, no one was prepared for what comes next.